Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. I went to the Community Fest. It was really fun. I definitely needed to drop a video just kind of giving my thoughts on the whole experience and stuff like that. Certainly glad I was able to go. I was looking around. I was able to find basically a bunch of different sources of like what it looked like at the event, some of the things that were going on. I made sure, again, to grab a bunch of this. I myself, I didn't get much of a chance to really take a lot of pictures or like really like settle in at the event because I was like people were coming up to me basically the entire time. Outside of when there was like the special stage. I did try and give like as much like attention and priority to people that wanted to come up and say hi or take a pic or anything like that. People were very nice, so I wanted to prioritize that. So I am mostly going to be using others kind of like footage of what the event looks like and stuff like that. You got to forgive me, but I mean, hey, that's why I was good that Iron Cane was with me, because Iron Cane was good at taking a lot of pictures. We can go through. I do have my tweets. Yeah, perfect, right here. So we'll go through some of my tweets. We'll go through Iron Cane's tweets. A couple of other players that were at the event. A lot of them do have Twitter accounts and stuff like that, posting a lot of pictures. There was no NDA signed. Like what? Okay, so I mean, I did tell a couple of people at the event. Iron Cane did mention it in his video. So, I mean, I guess I can say me and Nano were both kind of invited. Because in order to go to the Community Fest, you had to be a global player, right? Like, okay, so it was, I believe it's about 150 players, won via a lottery system, right? So it's like you had to do a couple of events, you had to fill out an application, and then it was like 150 players or so were actually able to get in. I was not able to submit an application because I'm a JP Dokkan player. And it's funny, at some of the booths, like, they had us like walk around and do like a couple of different missions at a bunch of the booths with like kind of like some Dokkan activities going on. And like a couple of them at the booths were surprised when they saw my account, because my account was in Japanese, and most of the workers there, it's like there was two types of workers Bandai had at the event, right? There was, just, I would assume, like, Bandai and Akatsuki kind of like Japanese employees. And then they did also, I mean, it's just Bandai style, right? They always make sure to get, like, a bunch of pretty girls to go around and kind of be, like, workers for the event, right? And so, like, a lot of the workers were surprised when it's like I had the Japanese account, right? Okay, so I guess let's just start with my tweets, and then we'll look at Iron Cane's video, stuff like that. So I figured that there would be an opportunity for us to kind of get some information across. Oh, I guess we'll start with this. And so yeah, so me and Nano were invited. Towards the end of the event, like pretty close to the end, I actually had an opportunity to do a sit down with Omatsu, Ken, and Geppy, who were very nice. And that part, I don't think I should really go into details too much on. But I will say this. I was on my best behavior. Now, what I mean by this is it wasn't like I didn't go in there and be like, all right, like, okay, like very valuable time, right? That could be, I do think some of my thoughts could actually be very good for the game. And I didn't go in there, like, I'll just already say it. I didn't go in there like, so there's these things called private servers, and like, I actually stuck to what I felt like were the important issues with the game. Like, actually, like, super important to improve the gameplay experience for players before worrying about any other kind of like nonsense type stuff. Again, I'm not gonna get into it. I mean, technically I didn't sign an NDA, but I feel like I won't really get into it too much, right? And coming into the event, we didn't have to sign an NDA, so we were able to give full reign to discuss the new mode, right? So discussing this, we walked into the event. You could actually see it, right? No, it was. I was at some point in Irons. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. they gave us these cards right here. Yeah, you could see demo play ticket right there. You could see that demo play ticket. Coming into the event, they gave everyone a bunch of demo play tickets, so we were able to kind of like sort into groups, and again actually get to experience kind of like the demo play, like what it was, right? That was the only time they were very restrictive. During the event. We actually had to have our phones shut off completely. We had to make sure, like, they also were like, a couple of times throughout, like, they would make sure to tap our phones just to confirm that our phones were off, right? No video, no, like, they just didn't want kind of like the in production footage to kind of be like, share. That was kind of like their one restriction, but seems like a lot of the stuff there they didn't mind telling us about. So yeah, again, this conversation was very good. I would imagine the biggest thing, the biggest thing could be looked at, hopefully. I mean, I don't now, on anything I talked about with them, I have no time frames or nothing. And even on the new mode, there is no time frame whatsoever. To me, it seemed like a lot of it probably was done. But here's one thing I don't think I mentioned it in this new mode video. The mode we played, it was on Global Dokkan, but it wasn't completely translated yet. Like that, like we were playing, a lot of it was in English, but a lot of it wasn't. Like even some of the other players, again, like I believe I was the only JP player there. And even if Nano had come, Nano had, kind of important stuff to take care of, so he wasn't able to come this time. But, even if Nano had come, he is, like, his main is a global now. Like, he just fully made the switch over to Global Dokkan. There is no reason not to, by the way. Global just, I mean, we'll keep this short and sweet, that Global just gets treated better, period. Right? So, like, we'll kind of end it like that. Like, it's, if you could be playing Global and you don't have to give up, like, like me, I can't just walk away from my account. I can't. But like Global, yeah, is definitely a little bit more solid. But like some of the, like, I believe the characters' links might have still be in Japanese and stuff like that. So other players were like talking about like, oh, like not even like looking through passes stuff. But like to me, like I was just fully used to it, right? And remember the characters, it was all Namek Saga, but there was a screenshot that they had shown us of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell, kind of like it seems like what the mode might end up being is they might keep it all tied in nice and neatly in terms of sagas. So I could see like, okay, like if when we do like the Cell Saga stage, we could only use Cell Saga characters. That was not said anywhere or implied or anything, but I feel like that could be the case, right? All right, so let's just go through some of the stuff here. Okay, so there was a ton of misinformation, especially coming out of the event. People were talking about Namek Goku getting a super EZA, but I think the confusion is just the new kind of like customizable arts effects we'll be able to get once we beat the new mode is what that was. But there was no NDA or anything on it. We just couldn't actually record it, right? That's the biggest thing. Here's kind of like the picture me and Iron took. So, there was this booth right there. We were able to, kind of like take pictures on. Looks like that is, it is a Saiyan Saga background. Is that the physical version Z Goku? Is what I believe that probably is. But yeah, because it was the 6. Yeah, damn, feels like that was 10 years ago. It was 3 days ago. Yeah. Apparently it was only 3 days ago, even though it feels like 100 years ago. Got that. Okay, so attendees were given summon tickets for the Golden Frieza banner, and they're summoning on stage. If we go to Iron Kane's video right here, he actually does use his tickets right at the end. So this is what it was. Again, players were given 7 tickets to be able to summon for this banner. There's another player here. This guy was very nice right here, this veggie boy. So he kind of, I should have this hooked up. I mean, we could take a look at this, but I did some trivia. I got to throw him with a retweet right here. Got to support him. This trivia challenge, I actually did bad. I did bad at this. We could play this in a second. And he had also uploaded a video right here. Here, let me.
actually might be a rewind.
It's rewind time.
So we could see that this was players were able to summon live on stage. They're in this. I believe there was 2 of these, by the way. I was thinking about walking up on stage and flexing, because remember, I have LR Golden Frieza rainbowed, I have his TUR rainbowed, and I also have his SSR. So, like, I was thinking about going up there with that, and then maybe doing like a stone multi on JP, because I will say this. I did not get tickets. I didn't get tickets, because the event was for global players, right? There is... Yeah, you could see. So this is this little like the lanyard like player card thing. Like it's designed to look like a player card. Like it has your rank on there. It has your in-game name. It has your I believe your player ID is on there as well. And then you have the Community Fest attendee title. Unfortunately, I'm not actually going to be able to get that. Like Iron Cane will get it. You know, he's a global player. He got the tickets. He's going to get the title. You know, so a lot of these players are able to have these tickets. I did not get tickets. I didn't get the tickets. I'm not going to get the title. And I mean, they did tell me that ahead of time that, you know, as a JP player, I'm not going to be able to get the stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal.
That's an omen. That's an omen. Technically.
Yeah, and remember, these are tickets. Oh, Frieza. Yeah, so no LR Golden Frieza. Now, there was 2 of these stages right here. The first one, this was the first one I was there, but the second one where I was thinking about kind of like maybe flexing on people a little bit was actually at the exact time that I ended up, wherever it was, but it was when I ended up doing the group play. I we were doing our demo session during the second like period where people were up summoning. Yeah, so Ken, I was very impressed. Like Ken was so nice. So like I feel like sometimes in some of these Dokkan Nows, maybe Ken feels maybe like slightly robotic. I just want to be as polite as I can saying this, but like in person, Ken was very fluent, very comfortable. I guess I would say Ken served as the translator, you know, for me and Omatsu. So like it's like Ken is very, very comfortable, right? Here was, I guess I took a little bit of a clip.
2, 1.
For someone summoning as well. Wait, this isn't the same. No, okay, I was gonna say, wait, there's no way that's the same clip, right? Could you imagine? Just randomly on the same clip? But, like, yeah, there we got a little bit of the summons right there. Most of the summons were bad for people because it was just 7 tickets with no guaranteed SSR or anything like that, so nothing really too crazy there. Yeah, here's me and Omatsu. People really enjoyed this one. So I didn't, like, Omatsu he's a master troll. We know this. Like this was the first time I kind of met him. Omatsu did not let on at all that I was actually going to be able to get a sit down with him. I didn't know. I wasn't promised that going in. And even at this point, I did not know that. It was only later. So this guy's very tricky. And I think I've got a couple tweets coming up. Okay, so here's the demo play stuff. Yeah, I feel like I did a good job kind of like explaining this mode. So I feel like this is all kind of like true. I think it'll be fun. I do think it's battle system seems like a bit of a stretch to me. More so new mode I think is kind of like accurate, but I mean it wasn't the final product. We'll see how it's going to be changed. And you know, I'm sure there'll be alterations. Maybe they'll take feedback seriously after we had the demo play. So the demo play was I think it might have been 20 minutes. It was enough time for me to go through the fight twice. But the characters we were using were quite bad, right? Like they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad. Yeah, it's me, like, you know, everyone always, oh, I didn't have my rainbow characters with good equips and high link levels and shit like that. And, you know, Namek, Goku, and Frieza, they're getting bodied, man. My no dodge build, holy Christ, dude. We were getting just shot up with no dodge build. Now, Omatsu at various times was kind of like walking around the event, And, multiple people did it. They would just say Daima to him. Now, again, Omatsu is not fluent in English, but they say Daima to him. Like, he knows what's going on with that, right? And that he was laughing. Now, the thing is, too, I would just say this, and I think why it's important to say, like, again, Amatsu wasn't fluent, like, again, as respectfully as I can, is it's possible that we would say some of this stuff to Amatsu. He didn't really, truthfully understand what we were saying, so he just kind of, like, laughed as his reaction. I would say to keep that in mind, right? Because, again, Amatsu was playing on stage, which Iron Cane did get some of this. Oh, I think maybe it's in Iron Cane's Twitter. Yeah, here's Iron Cane's Twitter. He was saying, "Oh, my daily awakenings," right? Like he's such a silly little goofball. I do got to get through. Yeah, he set this up for quite a while. He wanted to get his picture with the Gammas, man. Yeah. Okay, so there's him with Amatsu. Yeah, right here, perfect. Yeah, so this was like our little like lanyard or whatever. This right here is going to get people, or the attendees actually will be able to have this as a title. I'm a little jelly because, like there's a couple of these on like JP Dokkan and stuff like that, the Kame House title. It looks good. Like I'd love to get one, but it is what it is. All right, so there's that. These right here, these are little like, I guess like keychains. These are kind of like prizes, so I don't know. I haven't seen like a good showing of the thing. I guess I could pull it out myself, but it's still in my bag. But there's like these little missions they had us going around doing. Like one was like a Q&A on like knowledge, like trivia. But the problem is most of the questions, there was one, it was rank the items in terms of damage reduction, and I correctly did it, but it was they wanted it in the reverse order. Like I went like best to worst, but they wanted worst to best. So it's like, oh yeah, technically you got that wrong. And then every other question after that was match up the character, like the LR, with their global passive name, which I'm not a global player, so that one was a bit tough. But then our reward were the little keychains at the end of it. Yeah, Iron, bro, damn it, dude. I hate the short stuff because it's not in someone's control. I do not ever, you guys know, you'll never hear me talk about Iron Cane's height because height is not something anyone can control. So I think it's just so, it's such a low blow. They can't, like, you can call me fat and it's like, well, yeah, I could do something about that, right? Like, if someone's short, they're just short. Like, you can't do anything about that. So anyway. Yeah. So here's where Omatsu is playing, right? So what this was, these were two of the things, right? It was like a speed run type challenge. One was battle hard and formidable foes. Here, I'll turn it down and we'll talk. It was battle hard and formidable foes, stage 10, right? I agree with the team build. Omatsu is rocking GT heroes, right? Because AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can thrash very quickly, right? And so Omatsu was just trying to go through like as fast as possible, right? And I believe it was right before he started playing. This did happen, okay? Because I remember I looked at some of the replies later, and some cunt in here was like, "Oh, that didn't happen." Yes, it did, bitch. I wouldn't have tweeted it if it didn't fucking happen. God damn you. I can't remember where it was, but someone, it was the dude with the Shadow Dragon profile, man. Where are you? Come out! Reveal yourself, man. But someone did that. But that did happen. It did happen. People were talking Daima to Omatsu all day, and someone did yell LR Kid Buu, and he laughed. That did happen. Now, remember, Kid Buu is not the Japanese name of the character, and again, remember, Omatsu is not fluent in English. So, I mean, it's possible he didn't understand really what they meant by Kid Buu. I mean, maybe he did, but he is a Dragon Ball fan, though, so he's probably aware of what the English kind of, like, name for the character is. But remember, in Japanese, they just call it Pure Buu, right? Like, he's just Pure Buu. There's the special stage, the sit down with them. Yeah, here was the actual stage itself. Iron actually did drop a video, too. This was a good idea by him. I thought he had a good idea with this. where he just uploaded the whole thing. Yeah, the full producer's letter we were sitting there for. He just uploaded the whole thing.
Enjoy.
And this was a good idea by him.
A brilliant rascal.
Yep, and kind of most of the same stuff. There was the special gameplay showcase. Now, I've seen people arguing nonstop on Twitter of, oh, Wrath Broly sucks. Oh, Wrath Broly's actually, like, much better than people are giving him credit for. Like, kind of like a back and forth. I have seen references to this showcase they did. Now, keep in mind, with this showcase, I mean, they did what you should do for a showcase. They brought this Broly into, like, almost literally the best fight for him because of the nullification. Remember, Broly gets permanent 30% attack and defense every time he's targeted with a super attack. So they jumped into a fight where the boss triple supers often. So Broly is, while he's supering and stacking attack and defense, and then he's also getting pummeled with these supers, giving him permanent extra stats as well, right? Like, that's kind of like a huge, like they, you know, they took Broly into a very good fight. My opinion on Broly is he seems to be a Festival of Battles character. Last night, they literally did announce that there's another Festival of Battles mission coming. So it's like, you know, like, people can choose to ignore Festival if they want to. But remember, like, Tech Broly to me seems to be, like, he's an option for a Festival. So it's like, if you ignore Festival, then you're also going to ignore a lot of what Tech Broly's purpose is. It's just, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So we got that. I think then part 2 info was confirmed. A lot of people were like, oh, of course, but, like, bro, like, it's not like this was still a bunch of days ago, and Broly is still coming out in a couple of days. So they gave us, like, super advanced heads up information. And then, yeah, it's like, there's Broly, and, you know, went ahead and showed some details of his kit and stuff like that. A bunch of various events that were coming. There's the, battle motion. Yeah, here, and I made this. I was sitting in a restaurant in an airport, like a bar restaurant in an airport, and I was looking through the For You tab, and every tweet that day was people saying Broly sucked, and I'm like, dude, like, can you guys like, I'm sorry, but I can't subscribe to the fact that, I mean, to be fair, Dokkan Twitter also says Vegeta and Trunks is bad, so they do just like to, you know, ignore Festival, blah, 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 blah. And this is so funny. I'm used to Dokkan and Ravens sort of hating me. And then, oh, the greatest player in the world. Josh Allen. Woo! That boy, man. He's something, huh? He is something, dude. He's something. What a beast. Look at this clown. Bills finally get a win. They knocked the Ravens out of the playoffs last year, too, cocksucker. Learn ball. All right, anyway, so there's my tweets. Looked at that. What do we got here? Yeah, so this is Iron. Iron got a lot of footage at the Community Fest, right? They had, like, I think we could kind of see it. It's right behind us. But they generously, well, I mean, I guess it's probably not like it's super expensive or something. But they had a table with, like, drinks. And there was, I think there was, like, some sandwiches at points and stuff like that. You know, it was a sizable room. It was enough for everyone to kind of be in there, right? Like, you know, get a good display of it. Yeah, damn. I wish I could look at this, because I think there was I think at 2 and maybe 4 were the 2 summon events. At 3, I think, was maybe Omatsu, like the producer's challenge, like us seeing Amatsu's gameplay, I believe. They did have pictures throughout the whole event, like the arts. There wasn't really any rhyme or reason to it. It's just massive LRs were kind of displayed on the walls around, right? So yeah, the superhero LRs, Namek, Goku, and Frieza were there. Just like a lot of, like, big LRs over the last couple of years. Were kind of in artwork up there. Now, a lot of people were kind of, like, interested about this. This is actually right after I got done talking with Omatsu and Geppy and Ken, and they were just looking to get my thoughts on the whole event, like, the event by itself so far. A lot of people were asking me to do summons for him and summons for them. Same with Iron. And then right here for one of them, I think this is it right here. Yup, yeah. Whis event. So I got that guy, the LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta. A lot of people came up and asked me to summon, and I'm like, okay, I will. But you understand, I'm not Mr. Lucky Summons, dude. I'm not Mr. Fat Cock Summoner, so you gotta understand that. But I was able to get some on a Whis. I feel like I did a lot of other multis for people, and I just, yeah, I feel like I just pulled crap for them, unfortunately. I guess a lot of this we have kind of like covered by now. Iron, yeah, did a good job getting a lot of like more pictures and stuff than I did with people. And then here's, you know, some of these artwork. This like book of artwork, it's all the LRs, I believe, of 2025 going up to, it ended at, I believe, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron. I don't think it had Gohan, Goten, and Trunks in there. But we did have all the various artworks, and I believe there's a couple. Yeah, there it is right there. The towels. We do have the towels as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Okay, so that's like about the length of it. I might just like hang that up on my wall, but I believe it's a towel. But I might just put that up on the wall, right? Like that would be cool. Oh, good. He shows his little thing, right? So it's got like your rank again. It's got your player ID in it. Yeah, it was a cool little thing. Someone also gave me, the 10th anniversary fan meetup one as well. I've still got all that stuff. So maybe I'll just do a separate video talking about, you guys know I'm the king of spreading shit out for videos and stuff anyway. Okay, so there's the producer's letter. We looked at that. This guy was really, really nice. I liked him. He was cool. Final Chaos right here. I made sure to give him a follow as well. Again, here, this guy was, you know, here, we could play this. He had, great Saiyaman, cosplay on. He was a very, very nice guy. He was shot at, he had like a little Toonami thing here too.
What, just like spin the wheel?
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Win a prize! Oh, my helmet is coming on.
Come on, Great Saiyaman, tighten up.
I'm so
Tighten
sorry,
up.
Mr. The Truth. Please, spin the wheel.
Yeah, you see like,
You want to give it a good old flick.
Oh.
yeah, you could see it, right? He had Toonami written there. So I was like, okay, if I mess up, I'm allowed to blame Toonami, right? He said, yeah.
There you go. Guess that unit in 60 seconds. A Toonami classic.
I recognize that guy. That's Toonami right there.
Hey!
I recognize him.
Shout out to him. Guess that unit in 60 seconds. You can ask me yes or no questions. You have as many attempts as you want, but, you know, 60 seconds.
Okay.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Yep, ready.
All right, this one is, I think this first one is very embarrassing. But we'll let it play. We'll let it play.
That's my question.
Oh, what type of gun? Wait, like, okay, ask you something and you have to answer yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, are they AGL?
Yes.
Is it a pure Saiyan unit?
Yes.
Is it a GT unit?
No.
Is it a universe server?
No. You're forgetting one big one.
Uh-oh. You said this was the easy one?
Yeah, there's a little one.
It is
It's
easy.
so obvious.
Chat. It is. Yeah, he says so obvious. It is. It's so obvious. I blanked, man. AGL Pure Saiyans. It actually is the most obvious shit ever.
Yes.
God damn it.
Oh my god, no, I'm doing this. The stage spray?
I think so, yeah.
Bro, Toonami, he set me up. Bro, can I blame Toonami for this?
Do you want to call in Go Rush?
Is it a...
The number you dialed is not in service.
I lost it. Dude, I failed the first one. What?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's a super type. LR, AGL, Future Saga.
Oh, it's AGL Vegito Blue.
Yeah! We Saiyans have no limits! Alright, tell you what,
The most obvious one.
Tell you what, I'll give you a second chance with level 2.
That's what you got me saying, man. It's too obvious.
He cooked me, dude. Vegito Blue. Duh! AGL Pure Saiyan? Don't even ask me how I messed that up. Yeah, so again, here's this guy's same video. So like I'm glad that he was able to get a lot of this like recorded and stuff for people to see, so we could see like a lot of people's various summons and stuff. Here's Iron Kane's tweets. There was Dr. Pritch, a really, really, really nice guy. Yeah, I love him. Love him. He was very nice. He's taller than me too. And we see, see, here's a lot of various artworks around. We had the Broly stuff. You know, then there's some of the 9th anniversary characters right there. This is when I was talking to, oh, come on. See, you guys are doing Iron Cane wrong, man. But this is when I was talking to Matsu, Geppy, and Ken. There's that, and then we get right into that stuff. All right, guys, so there we go. It was definitely a good time. I believe they did talk about having another one next year. Again, I mean, if that happens, I guess. I mean, I didn't realize I was going to get an invitation, and it only happened like a week before the event. But I guess if there's going to be a part, like if we get one announced next year, I mean, I'll be ready to go this time. And I mean, you know, we get the date. I mean, I'll hit up Nano and say, let's just book our stuff now. And then, I mean, maybe we can't go, then we could just cancel it, right? That's probably what we'll do. Nano, if Nano had more heads up, he definitely would have been there. But again, remember, Nano has a family, dude. Like actually, like he's got kids. So it's like, when they just go, all right, 7 days away, can you come? It's like, for me, like, you know, I'm a fat loser. Like, yeah, dude, I'll be there. But like, Nano is a grown man with a family. Like, he was not able to just, all right, let me just drop everything, man. So, all right, yeah, we got one next year. I'll try and go. Right now, we're trying to make sure that Gresh is able to go to the Japanese one. Because they did tweet about this, but there's basically I think a very similar type of event is happening. Yeah, right here. For JP players. So, you know, remember, Gresh lives in Japan now. So we certainly got to make sure Gresh gets out there to that. So, all right, guys. Let me know what you think about the Community Fest again. It was very good. If I get invited or if I'm able to go next year, I will go next year as well. So, I mean, when they send out the lottery invitations or however they do, take it serious. And of course, I always have time for all of the Dokkan players. People were very nice, right? So let me know what you guys thought. I'll catch y'all next time.